Okay. Mandukya, can start?
Yeah.
Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Mandukya Karika, Shloka number 18, chapter 2. Chapter 2 is Vaitatya Atma Prakaranam. That is Vaitatya Prakaranam. It is a mithya nature or unreal nature of the world. So we see we get up and see the world in the wake up condition, and we start believing that it's real. Okay, and we go to the dream world, and when you're experiencing the dream world, dream appears to be real. So whatever is happening in the waking state or dream state starts affecting us. In the waking state, I have a body which is limited. I identify the body, then I start thinking that I am the body, and when I am the body, I am very limited, and the world is vast. There's so much of competition for struggle, so which puts me under a feeling of, oh, I am very small, I have to compete in this world. So the feeling of limitation dominates, and always our mind is focused on the survival. And then we go to a dream world. In the dream world, we start dreaming. In the waking world is a projection of Maya. It's a Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti of the Atma. And dream world is another projection takes place. It's called Nidra Shakti. And in the dream world, a dream world is projected. Again, I get limited by body. So with the body, I identify the body and I feel limited. And then I identify the mind and I feel I am the experiencer. Mind is the experience. Okay. The body brings the concept of space limitation in terms of space. The mind brings in the concept of limitation from time. If there's no mind, there's no time. In deep sleep, there's no time. Okay. The time is nothing but thoughts. In deep sleep, there is no time because the thoughts are not there. A thoughtless state, there is no time. Limitation of space comes into picture in the waking state and dream state. And then there is a causality, cause effect. I did something, some results comes. This is the cause, this is the effect. And then I feel I am bound by karma, karmic impressions. Okay. So this is what you call as called samsara. What we don't see in the waking state I see the world. Okay, I see the five elements, Panchabhutas. This is perception of five elements. The perception I take it to be real. The perception is not real. Reality cannot be perceived. My eyes give me the sense of form. What I don't understand is, depending on the nature of eyes, the form can vary. If I have color blindness, I cannot see the color. If I have very extra ability, I may see different colors. So my sense organs are limiting or superimposing on the reality. My ear also is very limited in nature. The limitation which is caused by the ear is world is experienced as sound. And each of these sense organs are fighting with each other. What eye sees, ear cannot understand. What ear sees, eyes cannot understand. So there is a tussle. So these are the limitations. And with this limitation, we see the world, and mind gives another name, a name for that. A name is based on past experience. Name is always based on the memory. So in other words, we are not experiencing the world, what is reality there. Then what is reality there out there? I cannot see. It's Atma. Atma is not an object. Atma is a subject. The subject itself is appearing as an object. Appearance is there. Is appearance real? Appearance cannot be real. But reality is there. The reality sense organs cannot see. The Atma cannot be seen by eyes or ears. Sense organs, I cannot sense it. So in effect, what happened? I am seeing a mithya world, unreal world, and start taking it to be real. Okay, that's about the world. Even the body and mind is superimposed on the Atma. World is the superimposition of the world is sense organs, the five elements. Okay. And body, there is a superimposition of body on the self. Body is born, grows up, and dies. Okay, body has its own cycle, but Atma doesn't undergo any changes. Still, we superimpose on that Atma. The body is superimposed on the mind is superimposed on Atma. So in effect, there is a superimposition, just like a snake is superimposed on the rope. Okay, fine. Some people understand. Okay, somewhere I have to get to reality. Right? Some people understand. Somewhere I have to get to reality. Okay, now. For reality, they start doing so many actions, karma. So this karma is like, you see a snake on the rope and you take a stick to chase the snake. You start chasing the snake on the rope, which doesn't work. So the karma cannot solve the action, cannot solve the problem. Only jnana can solve the problem. This is the point. You are seeing a snake, and then you are bringing a stick and trying to beat the snake, chase that snake. Nothing will work because there is rope only, there is no snake. There is no world, there is only Atma. The self only is there. Okay. So this delusion of seeing the world in the self is the cause for the trouble. And trying to solve the problem of the world through action also is a problem. We are seeing the snake and trying to bring a rope, bring another stick to beat the snake. Okay, trying to calling some four people to chase away the snake. Nothing works. There's never a snake. The snake is in your mind. The world is never there. World is only in your mind. What is world? Is a thought. And where is the thought? Thought is in your mind. If there's no thought, there's no world. And thought depends on the world or your mind. What is a thought? Thought is nothing but a name and a form. Is a thought. Okay. Name depends on the mind, which is memory. Form depends on the sense organs. So the world depends on you, perceiver. Whatever you consider as good word, evil word. Oh, you people say, what is that? Why there is evil? This thing, good and bad in the world. What are you perceiving? The perceiver is judging something as good or bad. Everything depends on the perceiver, and perceiver depends on the consciousness. So what is there out there is consciousness only. Nothing. What is there is consciousness, Atma. This you can't understand. This problem you cannot solve by karma, action. Okay. But many people try to do that. Different type of karma. Okay. Different type of actions. Solve the problem, which never solves the problem. The problem persists. Because of their faith and belief, they make it as relief, apparent relief, and they start doing something else, but that ultimately the problem doesn't get solved. Action cannot solve the karma. Is it clear?
So you're asking the word of action.
No, I'm not saying action. Right action. Action is required for transaction in the world. But action cannot solve the problem of jnana, the wisdom. The self-knowledge alone can solve the problem of self-realization. Okay. This is for people who are telling, okay, you do this practice for 1,000,000 times, this is what will happen. Okay. So there's a lot of stress on practice, and the knowledge, wisdom is based on this. Wisdom can only give relief. Wisdom is what? I am the Atma, and what I am seeing in the world. Is there something in the world, you tell me? Okay, let us say I see a flower there. The flower, okay, first level, let's see. Flower, can it be separated from my eyes? I can never separate the flower from my eyes. My eyes, flower is dependent on my eyes. The quality of my eyes change, flower changes. Okay. Can my eyes be separated from the mind, which is thoughts? I cannot. So can thoughts be separated from consciousness? So then what I am seeing is whatever is there seen outside is, I cannot separate that from me, the self. This is consciousness. Right? Consciousness you cannot separate out from any activity. Consciousness is knowing. Knowing, perceiving, feeling, and consciousness. You cannot separate out and say this is where the consciousness is there, this is where the object is there. So, first level, understand that there's no separation between any object and me. There's no separation in the body, the perceiver, and the world. They are one reality. So, is this reality stable? That's also not stable. It appears and disappears. When you get up in the morning, it appears, and when you go to sleep, it disappears. Okay. So it's not stable. It appears and disappears. Then, because it appears and disappears, it's not real. What is always there is consciousness, which is I. So it is mithya. Mithya objects are seen. Now, mithya object can never be separated from consciousness. Okay. Anything beyond consciousness is there? Nothing. So it's also made up of consciousness. Okay. But it's mithya. It's an appearance of consciousness and disappears in consciousness. That's all we can say. So the moment you say there's an object outside consciousness, then you are bringing a duality. Body is there independent of consciousness. Body is depending on consciousness. Can I say consciousness is body? No. Consciousness is not body. But body is appearing in consciousness. Right? All this I'm saying is equal to saying the wave is water. But water is not wave. Okay? The water can take any form, but nothing happens to the water. Like that, consciousness can take any form, but nothing happens to consciousness. The forms are appearing and dissolving, appearing and dissolving. They're mithya. They're not real in that sense. Is that clear? When I say mithya means appears and disappears. And there's no object which is there outside of consciousness. There cannot be object. Every object is in consciousness. Because it's in consciousness, it's made up of consciousness. Because you cannot separate out where the consciousness stops and where the object happens. Because its consciousness is not changing, but object is changing. Consciousness is real, object is unreal. So Atma and Anatma, we have to have Viveka. Atma means self, okay? Anatma means object. So now Anatma means, if I take Anatma as Jada, then there's a problem. Because the object is not Jada. Object is also made up of consciousness. You're right. Right? It doesn't show the properties of consciousness, just I show. Then what is it showing? Existence appears as flower. existence appears as tree. So the isness is what is there. I cannot say what is isness because my sense organs cannot show me. Right? So same way, if I existence is common. Okay. The consciousness or self-awareness is something which I have. With the chair, I don't know whether it has or not. I can't understand. So from the existence point of view, I'm saying. Now, can you separate out existence and consciousness? You cannot separate out. Okay. So then I conclude that only existence consciousness is there everywhere. What I see is not real. But what is there is reality. Reality is I cannot see, but I am that reality, you can say. Okay, that when I say I am that reality, that comes with understanding is Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman comes to picture. Is that clear? This is the reality. So, otherwise, people take the world as real and they're trying to solve the problem. They have problems, and many people try to solve the problem of the world also. Okay, it's all trying to take care of a snake in the rope. You feed some milk, you give some milk, you bring a stick to chase the snake, which doesn't work. Is it clear?
What will be the title?
Huh?
Title of this?
Title of this is self-knowledge. Self-knowledge only is the solution. Jnana only is the solution I'm trying to say, not the karma. So, okay, what you can say is karma versus jnana. So here, that's one interesting thing comes. How you have to, in jnana, you realize that you are not the body, mind, and intellect. That's the ego. What you are really is Atma, the Sakshi. Okay? You realize Sakshi. And what you realize, the world is appearance only, Mithya. When I say it's Mithya, appearance only, it's like a movie. Right? It's like a movie. So, do you want to enjoy the movie? Enjoy. Experience as a the freedom of Atmadani is unlimited. So people think that Atmadani should be like this or like that. That is their limitation, not Atmadani's limitation. Because he can take the position of body and say, do the work. Or body and say, experience the world. He can take the position of mind and experience the world. He can withdraw from the body and mind and say, I'm Sakshi and be silently, sit silently. And he can go beyond Sakshi and sit as Brahman also. He is able to move in and out of this reality, absolute reality to absolute reality to transactional reality, in and out. He has a freedom to move. Whereas a person who is not a Jnani is stuck to one level of reality. Because he is stuck to one level, he has a concept that Jnani also should be like this only. He has a concept of Jnani. So Jnani has a freedom, total freedom. Okay. So that's why a great Jnani or Mahatma is called Paramahamsa. This word Paramahamsa you have to understand. Hamsa means swan. Okay. Hamsa is that our breath makes a sound. Hum, sa, hum, sam, hum, hamsa. That sound breath makes a sound. That's a jiva or individual soul is called Hamsa. A Paramahamsa he has transcended Hamsa. The breath is in breath and out breath is making you feel that you are a part of it, you are connected to the world. A Paramahamsa has transcended the in breath and out breath. He has gone beyond breath in breath, and he has realized it is a consciousness. Okay. It is said that the Hamsa Pakshi, the bird, has a special ability. It can separate out milk from water. Water and milk it can separate out. There is a special ability of Hamsa. A Paramahamsa has separated out Atma and Anatma, subject and object, Nitya and Anitya, Satya and Mithya, Then he has realized that I am the Atma. So by realizing that the Atma, does he get stuck to the Atma? Okay, does he have to behave in certain way? There's no reason. He can take the portion of a body, can work. He can take the portion of the mind and experience. He can take the portion of Atma or Sakshi and sit silently, or he can take the portion of Brahman and enter into transcendental state. So he has a degree of freedom in all the levels of reality. Okay. So people don't understand the freedom of a Gnani. They have a concept of a Gnani. He has to be like this, dressed like this, be like this, because they are stuck to one level of reality. Gnani has total freedom in operating any level of reality, very well knowing all the time he is Atma. At no point of time he'll forget that he is Atma. Okay. It's almost like seeing a horror movie. When you're seeing a horror movie or getting scared, you're forgetting that you're seeing a movie. Okay. Then suddenly you realize, oh, this is a movie. Then the same horror movie becomes enjoyable. There's the state of Gnani. Same world appears more like a movie. Okay. Now, why people have this concept that Gnani should be like this and that? Because many of the spiritual teaching or spiritual seekers knows the world. They take certain kind of dress. They go to certain places. They start living in certain way. Okay. So, oh, the spirituality means all these external symptoms are there. And after becoming Gnani, probably he may continue that also. So you have an idea that Gnani should be like this only. In reality, Gnani has total freedom. If he has no total freedom, then he is not a Gnani. Total freedom to understand every aspect. So this is an example I can give you. A scientist, okay, he knows water means 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen, H2O. So then tomorrow morning will he drink a cup of coffee? He will enjoy the cup of coffee. Okay. Will he go and drink gutter water, because gutter water also is H2O? He will not drink. Okay. So he uses discrimination where it is required. At the same time, because of the knowledge of H2O, okay, hydrogen and oxygen, he may create one more compound out of that. So similarly, Gnani knows he is Atma all the time, and he is able to operate at all the levels according to he has a freedom to operate all the levels. And people outside, there's no way you can tell who is Gnani or Adnani. There's no textbook, nobody can tell who is Gnani or Adnani. Okay. Gnani and Adnani, if at all somebody can recognize, it's only another Gnani through the words of a Gnani. But otherwise, there are no external symptoms for a Gnani. Neither dress, nor marital status, nor job are not external symptoms. Gnani can be, but Gnani also can be have external symptoms for purpose of functioning in the world. For example, Gnani may take the dress, put on certain dress and say, I am a teacher. Go for the, like a policeman when he goes to a police station, he'll have uniform. Like that, Gnani also may wear a dress and operate in the world for the purpose of functioning in the world. But otherwise, there are no external marks of a Gnani. Why? Because Gnani has erased all internal marks. Internally, he is not a body, mind, or intellect. Where is the sign? Outside sign. Only sign people probably can have. In the presence of Gnani, people may feel peaceful. The seekers may find the answer for their solution questions. So that's all somebody can say Gnani. But there is no way somebody can say who is Gnani. Gnani has a total freedom, all degree of freedom to move in and out of any level of reality. Now, whether he does move in and out, that I can't say. That whether he moves in and out or depends on whether he has a residual vasanas, impressions to operate in the world. Some Gnani may have a residual vasana to teach. Some Gnani may not have. So that way you cannot say. And some Gnani may say that, okay, with Gnana, I want to do Loka Kalyana, serve the world, help people. So like that, there are people like Vivekananda, there are people like, there are many kings who are Gnanis, and they get engaged in the world to help serve the country, society. So there's no way you can know that they are Gnanis. So Gnani, don't judge Gnani by your mental yardstick. Mandukya Karika, sloka number 2.19.
Which sloka?
2.19. Okay, 2.192, I can say. Uh, 2.19 to 2.21. 2.19 to, sorry, even we can go next also, 2.22, 2.23, 2.24, 2.25, 2.19 to 2.5.
And start again.
So now, Sri Gaudapadacharya brings a concept of deity worship. Okay, people worship various deities. So here he gives an example of, he gives some examples of deities, various deities. Worship I do by puja, namaskara, and I do service, many things, various kinds of worship I do. So Mandukya Gaudapada says all deity worship is worship of mithya, unreal. But never tell this to somebody. Okay, never tell somebody because it is mithya, but it is beneficial to them. Okay, it is mithya, unreal, it is beneficial to them. They think it's real. To the extent they think it's real and they do the worship, it is beneficial. So don't try to disturb somebody. It is like a placebo. So typically in homeopathy or many other medicines, when you give the medicine, the doctors typically sometimes gives just a sugar-coated pill. And patient thinks it's medicine and takes it. It helps them. So similarly, all kind of deity worship is mithya, unreal. Because the whatever form and name which you give to deity is in your mental projection. Okay. So in the initial stage of sadhana, will it help? It will definitely help. But is it reality? No. Okay. Reality can be obtained only through Atma Dhnana, the self-knowledge. Okay. He gives a list of deities which people worship. Okay. So somebody says prana is supreme. Prana is the deity. That's called worship of prana. Of course, without prana, what is the life force? You will die. So they say life force itself is supreme. Is it so? Not really. Okay. Then somebody says time is supreme. Kala. Prana, kala. There are different types of deities people worship. Somebody says time is the deity. Somebody says the prana is the deity. Somebody speaks of deity has certain form and shape. All these are worship of the mithya, unreal. Okay. Is there reality in that? There is reality. But is your focus on the unreal or real? If you want to really focus on that, what is the reality of that? Atma. And where is the Atma? Can you see the Atma? You cannot see the Atma. Can you experience the Atma? No. But you are the Atma. So ultimately, all deity worship should lead to the self. Does it lead to the self? Or you are stuck with the image concept? There are many people say that, okay, I had divine experience. Okay, the great Lord came and stood in front of me. Is it Satya or Mithya? Is it real or unreal? So the question you have to ask is, okay, the Lord appeared as an object in front of you. Now, is object real? Because what appear will disappear. Okay. You had a great experience. Is the experience real? Experience appears and disappears. What appears and disappears is not real. It's mithya. Even the greatest divine